Doc Riley for Power Pack Motorsports. And this afternoon, the 9,200-pound modified class. 11 pullers will try to full pull this afternoon. This is the Great Plains National event. It's part of the Copenhagen Skull pulling circuit. The first puller in the 9,200 modified class will be Steve Jaske and Miller High Life. Steve Jaske in the Miller High Life Special. 5 Arius alcohol engines right here. Backing her up, of course, Jaske out of the Jaske family. He finished third last year in the final points of the Grand National Pulling Circuit. And right now is in the thick of things for the National Championship as he hooks up to the thumb.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your ears, hold on to your hands.
Steve Jaske gets the green flag from Stan Martin. We are ready to roll. Miller High Life pulling. Steve Jaske. What a ride right there, Miller High Line. What about that? Is there any way you can kind of correct that as you're coming down the course?
Well, it's kind of, you go by way your tractor, and my tractor usually hooks to the left, so we kind of counteract that. This time it just went a little bit right, just there. I don't know if because the tractor's a little soft on that side or whatever, but I'm pleased with the run. We made a good run. Everything's still running after the pull. That's what's important.
David Banter, bring that Mr. Chevy tractor up to the starting line, folks. Take a look at it.
Now the pride of the Banter Brothers pulling team. David Banter out of LaFontaine, Indiana. He'll have 2 rigs in this particular modified class. This is the first one. It's called Mr. Chevy. Dave Banter running 6 Chevy big blocks in there. As he hooks up to the thumb, he goes a little bit to the right side. As we're looking down the track, it'd actually be to his left. Gets her hooked back up. Stan Martin, our NTPA official, our head flag man. And at the finish line, it's Jim Dorr. The man that put this pull on right here, and the guys that are in charge on the track. But once the green flag flies, David Banter will be in charge of his destiny. Looking at 285 and 4, cranking up those big Chevy big blocks. And he is ready to go. Here he goes, David Banter. David Banter with the tough one coming out of the blocks. Kind of had to goose her again, and as they got to about the 250 mark, it seemed like the tractor just kind of bogged down a little bit, but a very respectable distance for Banter Brothers and Mr. Chevy. Well, Dave Banter, looks like you took a little bit of a different course coming across the track. Tell us about your flight plan.
Well, I tried to cross the track and try to get a hook, keep hooked into it, and it's just hard there in the middle. Boy, it's just slick. When you hit that hard spot, you just lose your traction. It's a pretty hard track.
Tell us a little bit about Mr. Chevy.
Well, it's just 6 blown Chevys running on alcohol, you know, about 1,200 horsepower apiece, and good running motors. You just can't beat a Chevrolet.
That pull will put David Banter in second place right now with a mark of 259 feet and 2 inches. Good enough for second spot.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Scott Peter out of Marion, Indiana. And this is the tractor called Mr. Twister.
Next up will be Mr. Twister, Scott Tenner out of Marion, Indiana. 5 Chevrolet 427 cubic inch engines. Alcohol powered. Scott Tenner out of Marion, Indiana. Mr. Twister, the name of this tractor. Scott with 5 years of NTPA pulling experience. He's a good one, and of course, his father Jack with 14 years experience can kind of lend a hand a little bit here with some advice as we set here in our modified class. Scott Tenner gets the green flag, and he is off, giving it to spin right here. Mr. Twister going to pull across the Nebraska flag. And Mr. Twister.
Now, Mike Holden operates the Dusty Diamond just a little bit different.
Well, up next out of Marietta, Ohio, the Dusty Diamond. Mike Holden, the man that's getting a ride here today. Dusty Diamond pulling team. They race Allisons. The Allison aircraft engine used in a P-51 Mustang back in World War II, and they have got such a sweet sound to them. He's got 4 Allisons mounted up there. Marietta, Ohio, the home of this young man. Second place, David Banter set the mark at 259 feet 2 inches. Steve Jaske is the leader in the Miller High Life rig with a distance of 285 feet and 4 inches. The Dusty Diamond and Mike Holden going to take a little bit different trip here as they go to the left side. Actually, his right side on the track, and he's ready to go. Dusty Diamond and Mike Holden, Allison Powers. Not going to be close enough to take the lead, but a respectable run. Mike Holden and Dusty Diamond, and you look like you kind of hugged the sideline over there, looking for the line down here.
Yeah, we thought maybe that was the only shot we had, and we gave her all she had, and looked like we hit the balance pretty close, and the track was hard. I could smell rubber on this one tire. We just went for all we could get.
Is there any sweeter sound in the world than an Allison engine?
Not to me.
4 turbines here, 12,000 horsepower. This is the General Stage 4. Gardner Stone came close to a Grand National title in '87, taking second place. This year, he might just take it all. As we see, lines are up on the track towards the opposite sideline, towards the right side.
Watch now as the General flash with all the gold stars.
Gardner Stone, the General out of Middlebury, Vermont, is ready and cleared for takeoff as he competes in the Great Plains National right here in Hilreth, Nebraska. Look, that front end raised up. He's on his way. Oh, yes, indeed. The General has done it again. Stage 4, the General goes out the gate here in Hilreth, Nebraska. It's a full pull. The General, Stage 4, has done it. Full pull right out the gate. And Gardner Stone, you've done it again. The General seems to be in fine order.
Seems to be working real well, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the ride down here. We seem to be having a problem with the track getting a little bit sloppy in some parts, but what about the track conditions here at Hiedreth?
The track on the starting line, I started on the upper side, and that hasn't been run at all. And so I was in good tracks to get going. Halfway down the tracks, I couldn't see where I was going. The dirt was flying so bad. I had my hands full with brakes and trying to keep this thing under control and get it out the end. At about 250 feet, there's some wicked hard spots, and that's when you bust your tires loose.
Mr. Chevy, he piloted earlier here in his class. Now he comes back to be atop the Bandit. David Banter, a real legend in the NTPA, is always very consistent on the Grand National Copenhagen Skull Pulling Circuit. He's going to hook up over there. I think Gardner Stone may have started something. Going to that side of the track. And, of course, find a little bit of dirt there. Get into that good clay, and away you go. But as Gardner Stone mentioned, at about 250, it's a little soft. At about 152, there's the soft spot. So we'll see what happens here with David Banter as he's got his eyes set on a full pull. Experience and engineering right here. Banter Brothers. Here we go. David Banter. 72 feet and 8 inches, which is good enough for third right now. Running in second, Steve Jaske, 285 and 4. And the leader is Gardner Stone.